Alright, welcome back. Once again, this is the last and final part of our PC unboxing. The case, obviously, as you can see. So, this is the SilverStone Primera series, and this is the white variant with the tempered glass side and RGB colored fans on the front, as well as some RGB strip colors on the inside. So, why this case? I wanted, obviously, not a full size case. They're just too big, and I don't have room for that. I don't see there's really any point to it anymore unless you have tons and tons of drives that you need to fit in, or you're doing, maybe three-way SLI or something. You need lots of room for water cooling. I wanted to go with a white and blue primarily color scheme. This has a strictly blue version for the colors of the fans, but everything else is RGB, so why not go with RGB on the case as well? So let me turn this around. Obviously, at the front panel comes off. There's 3 fans that are behind this grill. The side panel here, which is the tempered glass. The rear, you have the power supply at the bottom, your slots for your cards, I/O, generous size fan here, and an exhaust port area up here as well. So let me go ahead and take off the side tempered glass. Here, this has got 4 kind of like thumb screws that you can remove, and then this will come off. Revealing the nice black interior. What you have is a nice power supply tunnel here on the bottom. It is fully enclosed, so with your power supply installed, all of your cables will be heading down there. It has some nice cutouts here, as well as a little tray that opens up, a slot up here in the front for pass-through of cables as well, which can be closed off. This will fit a ATX board, a micro ATX board, obviously an ITX you can fit in there as well. There's 3 fans up front that run the height of the case. There is a rear case fan as well for exhaust, and then you have room on top. You can do a 240, 280, and 360 will fit on the top of here. And then in the front behind these fans, you can also mount, I believe, up to a 280 radiator here as well. So lots and lots of room for fans and cooling. A nice kind of matte black finish on the inside. Nice contrast. Yep. Moving on to the back panel here. 2 thumb screws on the back come off. There we go. Which reveals
we got 2 solid-state drive mounts on the back of the motherboard tray.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you can see that because of the lighting. You have a nice header here for all your fan inputs and your RGB lighting, which is great. You have all your sleds, easy removable sleds that are for 3.5-inch drives, or you can mount your solid-state drives given the already pre-sunk holes on there. These are plastic, so there's 3 of those. Slides easily one-handed.
And so one of the things I liked about this is that because it has the 3 fans going up on the front, you have 2 that are primarily aimed at the main portion of the motherboard and where the video card is. And then you have the third that partly goes into the area where the power supply and hard drives are. Sometimes the hard drive bays can be in areas where they're kind of closed off and don't get very good airflow and cause some heat buildup in those areas, as well as the power supply. That shouldn't be an issue with this case. I also liked that the SSD 2.5-inch drive plates are on the back, so I can mount them, have the cables running directly into that power supply tunnel, and have them completely hidden. Lots of other cases that I've had have had them obviously on the flip side in the main portion of the case, and because of that, you know, a lot of them are mounted right here on like a drive cage, and so you have lots of extra cables here that are visible and not as neat. One thing you may notice is that there are no drive bays at all. So no CD-ROM, none of that, no 5.25-inch drives. I don't really use them. I don't find a need for them. Load everything off of a USB or network if I need it. And so be nice and clean, no extra components and no extra cages inside the case to clutter it up and all.
So some things I've noticed looking at this, so at top you have your power button, you also have a dedicated button for LED, changing the colors, audio for headphones and mic, your two USB 3 ports and 2, so you got 4 total. This whole front panel looks like it is removed, possibly from the bottom. I think this looks like plastic top,
which can be removed as well.
Can be removed. The power supply fan is going to be filtered, but yet I don't think there's any other filters up front.
There are actually. I know there is one when you take this off. There's a filter that you can take out.
Oh, okay. On the back, it does have Velcro straps with the SilverStone logo, so for cable managing, that's awesome. You can see it's all strapped down already nicely and tight. The back, here's that filter. Slides right in.
You can't see it on this side, but there's a channel right underneath of where the tempered glass sits. So on this lower portion, sunk into the bottom of the case, is a strip of RGB LEDs that are built into the case. So you don't have to worry about taping up additional LEDs. They're already built in. So,
and you're not going to have to worry about space for a video card since there's no cages up front. You're going to have the full space. Huge cutout for your motherboard, backplate mounting for water cools, air coolers. It's easy to access that cooler and mounting capabilities.
So, yes, again, that's the SilverStone Primera series, the RGB version, white. It comes in black as well, and then variants with the different solid color LEDs on the fan. So there's a blue and a red and a green, I believe, that you can get as well. This is one of those things that I did have to buy brand new. There's just really not much market for used cases, especially when it comes to people having to ship them. That really eats into value that you would get from buying a case used, unless you just happen to run into somebody with the exact case that you needed in your area, which would be awesome, but very unlikely. So this runs for $159 brand new. You can get it in multiple places that have free shipping. Amazon is where I picked mine up from, just for the convenience of the free 2-day shipping with a Prime membership. Newegg, I believe, charges an extra $11 or $10 for shipping because of the size, but you won't pay sales tax obviously for that in most places. So that concludes all of our unboxings. So I hope you guys enjoyed looking at all of those unboxings, and obviously as we go forward, we will be doing a build on this. Haven't decided if I will do one video for the entire thing in kind of like a time-lapse format, or if I will break it down and do maybe a little more detailed install for each individual part. Might be a little tedious, might be a little much for some people, but there'll be a build on the process for this either way. And then obviously a review of the performance and stats once it's all built and hooked up. So appreciate you guys watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, help out the channel, get some more traction with some viewers and followers. Thank you guys, and we will see you guys in the near future.